Yeah, I think that that power dynamic is interesting because we see power abused in so many ways. Just right now thinking about the Harvey Weinstein situation and just the abuse of power. I'm
Mhm.
thinking about the recent Rabbi Zacharias situation where you have this like church leader slash evangelist
Yeah.
who's known globally,
Mhm.
and I want to ask you about like what is wrong with these like systems in our churches where people get elevated to this point where they think that they can do whatever they want,
Mhm.
they can abuse people. I'm
Mhm.
curious about like these systems that are
Yes.
creating these villains,
Right.
these
Yeah.
tyrants. How do we like what are these systems and how do we begin to like break them down?
Yeah. So what becomes the idol is talent and money. So if you are a talented speaker, leader, what have you, then our church is successful. And we don't want to mess with success. You get a free pass. Like we feel the need to protect you because you're the special sauce, right? You're the one that's helping us all to win. And so a part of that can get translated also to the greed, right? If you're a successful pastor, you're bringing in the people and then you're bringing in the money. So you're this charismatic person. We get rid of you. Maybe we have a history with some other pastors that weren't so charismatic. And so the money wasn't coming in, the people weren't coming in. And so we either believe it but want to protect you because we want to quote unquote protect the institution, or we find it unbelievable. I think that for some people, they see the gift, or we would say like the anointing, and assume anointing means character, right? Like, how could it be so powerful when this person does what they do unless God is with them? And if God is with them, they wouldn't be doing these horrible things that people are lying about. So, they become very protective because it doesn't equate. Like, there's no way you could do what she said and get up there and preach with that kind of power. It's just no way, right? So it becomes, yeah, it's unbelievable to us. And that goes also with the assumption or stereotype that we could tell an abuser by looking at them. It's like, oh, if they have the trench coat and they're looking all sneaky, then it's like, now that's a pedophile, right? But if you're shiny, smiley, warm, successful, that's not a pedophile. So we have to get past uh, these ideas we have of what it looks like, and also, you know, stop, promoting these messages that if you say something critical, a critique of someone who's in power in a religious space, that you're talking against God. That's not God. That's a person. Um, and so it is helpful, I will say, when there are churches that have some kind of checks and balances, but it also means that often those places have to have training. It's like in our denomination, it hasn't always been, but they had to start doing trainings on sexual harassment, because I think it is so easy for people to take advantage. In most churches, the pastors are men, most of the volunteers are women, and there's this whole thing of like, what does pastor need? I got to bring pastor the food. I got to do this for pastor, do that for pastor. And a lot of times in seminary, there's a warning to men to look out for women who will try to destroy their ministry, but not really a conversation with them about not abusing their power. What is the line, the limit of asking too much of people, even if they're willing to do it, right? That yeah, there is definite communication. Don't be seduced, but there is not message about not preying on your members.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out this video clip from the Dogado podcast. To get more videos like this, simply subscribe here on YouTube. You can also download the full episode of each show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or your favorite podcast player. Take care.